So yeah, I'm in America. Alright, so what is up you guys, it's your boy Peace. How you guys doing? So today in this video I'm going through how to get the most out of your iPad Pro 2021 M1 model. This is the 11-inch, not the 12.9-inch, but I'm going to show it to you guys how to get the most out of it as a college student or a student in general. So let's get right into it. First thing first, if you want to get the most out of your iPad as a student, what you want to do is to purchase a keyboard. I know this is kind of contradicting because I do not own a keyboard for my iPad, but when I was using the iPad Air 4, I used to have the Logitech Folio Touch, which is a keyboard for iPad, and I really liked it. I used to write my undergrad thesis and research paper on that thing, and it was working totally fine. In my experience, if you write on an iPad, it is better than a laptop for me. It is less distracting because I don't have a full access to a bunch of Chrome tabs or Final Cut Pro or other type of applications. But if you use an iPad and if you just like delete Chrome apps or Netflix app or those distracting type of apps, you can actually concentrate more on your iPad when you're writing your essays or research paper for your university. So I do highly recommend keyboard for iPad. I'm not buying a keyboard for my iPad yet because I really wanted to save my money to purchase a new Apple product in upcoming September. So I'm not purchasing Magic Keyboard yet, but eventually I will. Oh yeah, and if you type it on a Google Docs or Word document on an iPad, and if you use like a grammar correction software such as Grammarly, they do have an iPad version available, so you don't have to worry about, you know, not being able to use those grammar correction type of software. As a second language English speaker, I do struggle a lot with English grammar, and I know a bunch of you guys who watched my video, thank you very much, uses those Grammarly type of software, and most of them are available in the App Store. Don't worry about it, I think you guys will be totally fine, and this thing is really good for typing bunch of stuff. That's kind of weird, typing bunch of stuff, but yeah, research paper in general. There's three main functions that I love it from the iPad OS 15, and number one is multitasking. Multitasking on the iPad got so much easier. When you open an app on an iPad, you'll see this mark with 3 dots in it, and when you press this, you can choose which side of you want that Windows to be. Am I explaining correctly? But yeah, you can basically choose which side you want the app to be on your iPad. You can move one of the multitask window to other app by dragging into those apps. This is very useful because I always have some sort of online class on the left side, and I have a note-taking app such as Good Notes 5 on the right side. So please utilize multitasking. This thing is a very awesome feature. Next thing is focus mode. Focus mode on iPad is a awesome feature. I totally love this thing. In the brand new OS, you can customize your personal focus mode. You can allow certain people to contact you or allow some apps for notification. Also, you can add schedule for the custom focus mode to automatically turn on. So it can be like do not disturb, your study mode, or your meditating mode. I don't know what kind of focus mode you guys are using, but you can basically customize everything for those do not disturb mode on your iPad. And this feature is just fantastic because I always get distracted by a phone or other notifications, so this is super useful. And lastly, quick notes are one of the best ways to take memos on this tablet, because if you swipe up from the bottom right of your iPad using Figure or an Apple Pencil, you can have this like small memo thing on your screen, and you can have your ideas kept in your iPad. And what I usually do is after I write those memo, I put it on my Notion so I can use later on my videos or like my essay or research paper or other type of college assignment. Alright, so the third thing is the entertainment. iPad is one of the best entertainment device that you can probably have in 2021. It is portable, light, displays are beautiful, and the speaker is awesome as well. I'm not a big huge video game player on an iPad, but when I play video games such as GTA Auto San Andreas or Call of Duty Mobile on this iPad, the experience is pretty pleasant. The ProMotion 120Hz display kicks in very nice when you're especially playing those fast movement games such as Call of Duty. So you can play almost any game on every high setting that is available on an iPad. Plus, Apple Arcade is growing rapidly. I think Apple is trying to become this like dominant force of mobile video game industry. There's a bunch of enticing game that is available on the Apple Arcade. Also, speaking of entertainment, Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, and Disney Plus and stuff, I just finished full 2 seasons of Mandalorian. I really like Star Wars in general, so I really had a very pleasant experience watching Netflix and stuff on this iPad as well. And I know the 11-inch does not have those mini LED XDR display like the 12.9-inch. To be honest, 11-inch is good enough for me, and the display itself is super beautiful, so I don't really care, to be honest. Color accuracy is awesome, it is pretty bright, and 11-inch for me, it is big enough. So, entertainment on the iPad, if you want to get the most out of it, please binge watch some Mandalorian because it's pretty dope. And the next thing is to please purchase an Apple Pencil. Without this, I think you're not getting the most out of your iPad. Since I purchased an iPad and since I've been using the iPad as my daily driver for my college work, I never use paper and pencil again because this is just way freaking better than physical paper and pencil. When we're talking about note-taking apps, I know there's a bunch of people talking about which apps is better and whatnot, but let's be honest, no one wants a drama about note-taking apps. There's 3 major note-taking apps that everybody talk about. Number 1 is GoodNotes 5, number 2 is Notability, and number 3 is Microsoft OneNote. I think all of them are really good, but I personally go with the GoodNotes 5 because I do like the UI UX design, and I think GoodNotes 5 is relatively well price compared to like Notability or other note-taking app. I think Microsoft OneNote was free, I'm not sure, but I do really like GoodNotes 5. The reason why I like this thing more than paper and pencil is because I can use multitasking window to open my lecture on the left side and note on my right side. I can copy and paste link, PDF, and images and stuff on the GoodNotes 5. Note-taking on the iPad is way faster when it comes to pulling out some references or highlighting stuff on Kindle and just copy and pasting on a note-taking app and stuff. I think it's just way more fluent, way more intuitive, and everything just runs faster, and time is the most valuable thing, and using iPad as a notebook is just way more efficient than writing on physical paper and pencil. Another thing, if you want to get the most out of your iPad, especially if you own a MacBook, is to pair with the iPad and use it as a dual screen. This is not used to be a native feature for iPad, but from now on, all you need to do is connect your USB Type-C to USB Type-C on your MacBook so you can use your iPad as a dual screen. You can do it completely wirelessly as well, but I don't really recommend this since you cannot charge your iPad and it is pretty laggy and it's not that useful, to be honest, if you use it wirelessly. So I will highly recommend to have a USB-C charger or USB-C to USB-C code on your MacBook to iPad so you can fully use this thing as a functional dual screen. Since iPad have a very beautiful display, I can use this for my Lightroom photo editing, video editing, and I can even use for my second display for my undergrad thesis for researching and whatnot. Even an 11-inch is not that bad. I mean, come on now, it's pretty big, to be honest, it's not that bad. So I do highly recommend this feature, and if you own a MacBook, please try it out. As a creator of myself, I usually talk about how iPad is useful for creative workflows such as photo editing and video editing. However, in this video, I'm making tours to my fellow college students, so I'm not gonna talk about that, but I'm just saying that M1 chip is pretty strong, and you can totally edit 4K videos on LumaFusion using this iPad, or you can edit stunning photography using Lightroom and doing some Photoshop work using Affinity Photo. So I'm just saying that if you guys are not into creative stuff, I am encouraging you to start some because it totally changed my life, and you should start one if you use an iPad, especially with this M1 model. You will not have any excuses to not do those type of stuff. So I'm just saying, if you want to start one, you can start one, and this thing can help you a lot. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. If you guys like my content, please hit the subscribe button. I'll leave 2 of my very famous iPad videos, and I'll leave my most recent video right here and my channel right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Peace Gates, and you guys already know. Peace out, guys.